So this is a new 3-part series that I'm going to do where I'm going to turn this whole room into a epic gaming station slash studio slash galactic empire battlestar destroyer. So with the recent news that you guys probably know that, yeah, I got divorced, I decided to turn this whole bottom stairs living room into a studio. And I'm going to be doing this in a 3-part series where today I'm going to be outlining sort of the work that needs to be done, getting the stuff ready. And then in part 2, I'll be setting everything up. And then part 3, the tech will get ready and you'll see the final result. So anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so this first part, what we're going to do is we are going to remove these curtains, get rid of them, and then we're going to take this rail off. And now, since this is an old house, what I'm going to decide to do is I'm going to buy 5 sheets of gyprock, and then I'm going to use these original screw holes here, and then screw the gyprock in. So this will allow me to pretty much have a hassle-free uninstallment as well. When I wish to move out of this house, I can pretty much take the gyprock off, throw it in the bin, and the house will still be the same once I put the rails back on, etc, etc. Now, since this is an old house, I do not want to use its current form as a backdrop because it'll be pretty ugly, right? So I figured I'll go down to the hardware store, buy some cheap gyprock. It'll probably cost me like $25 for all the gyprock, plaster it up, seal it off, and then paint it. And that'll probably cost me all up $80 for a whole new backdrop that is really modern. So anyway, that being said, let's go down and get the stuff. Well, they've got gyprock here and it is pretty cheap, so we're just going to get 5 sheets of this stuff and then wheel it back home and we are good to go. But also while we're here, we will go look at some paint and get some paint as well. So here's the section where we're going to look at paint, and I've decided to go with some big bright red here. So we'll get some of this. It is about $30 for the big can, but that should do 5 sheets of gyprock absolutely fine. Of course, we can't forget the paint roller set. This is $5, but it'll be good to go. And we need some putty and some tape, and then we're pretty much good to go. Oh yeah, and we got to get the paint too. All right, well, we have this. All right, so it's a new morning and a new day. New possibilities. So we've got here the paint roller tray set that I picked up. So that's got a roller and a tray. That was like $5. We got like a Stanley knife and a little paintbrush for fixing up edges. Got some red paint and some putty and some nails and all that goodness. And all that was like $30 something, so that wasn't too bad. Then here we have the gyprock. So that's going to go up pretty soon. But before we do that, I just want to document the work here. Like we've got, I decided to put up some wood over the studs. So this will pretty much make it a lot easier for the gyprock to go in. And especially since we had some little things like, you know, aircon power cables and stuff like that sticking out. This will just make the whole process really easy. So that if I do want to remove it, I can just bang the gyprock out and then just take the nails out. Because these pieces of wood are actually connected into the studs. And so that'll just make it really easy, not only for taking it off if I want to take the wall off, but also for banging the gyprock in, because I can just now measure that from the top and the bottom and I know where the studs are to bang the gyprock into. So that's that process. Now all we have to do is cut a little bit off the edge of the gyprock and start putting these gyprock sheets up. Booyah! There's some other goodies that I picked up as well. I got there's the microwave. That's like breakfast is ready, so last night's dinner, yeah. Anyway, we've got a KISS X6i. I think this is like the 650D or the T4i. I picked this up for $300. This is going to be like a new camera that I'm going to film on because my EOS M, it's pretty good, but I just can't actually hook up a tablet into it remotely. So I want to be able to hook in a tablet and film remotely, but we'll do more on that in like a later part when I'm actually getting all the hardware set up. And then I got this tripod as well. I picked this tripod up for $10. It's a fluid head, like it's an actual fluid head tripod. So I'm going to be doing some filming on this and seeing how it goes. But just yeah, and I've got a 50mm knockoff lens coming as well. It's called the Yongnuo. It's like a nifty 50 knockoff. It's gonna be interesting to see how it performs. Alright, so we have cleaned up everything and we are now ready to start putting the gyprock walls on and start banging them in. Booyah! Okay, we're ready to start cutting the first sheet of gyprock, and that will give us an idea of, how much, well, we already know how much we need to take off, but I'm just going to do the first pilot run here and then see how it stacks up. And yeah, we're going to put that sheet of wood underneath the gyprock so it don't cut into the floor. Okay, well there's the first sheet of gyprock and that's in and that's good to go. So we're going to start banging in the rest of the sheets now. Woo! Remember guys, when you cut, you've got to cut for Bieber. So we've smacked up all the gyprock boards here and now we just have to go down and get some tape, some teeth as well for the bottoms there, and also some plaster so we can start finishing up these walls. And I thought, hey, we might as well just fix a hole in the wall that the previous resident put for the doors, so booyah! 2 birds with 1 gyprock. Okay, well, I've plastered up the walls now and that is part 1 concluded, guys. So please give this a big thumbs up if you want to see part 2. And in part 2 we'll be painting the walls and also laying out some carpet on the floor, and then we're going to get the desks as well. So stay tuned for that.